Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Come on live with me. It's actually, Take the Next Step Tuesday. So if you're out there, come on and join me live. And we're going to just chat a little bit about taking the next step, because I know that takes, some energy, some effort, some courage. So come on and join me live here tonight. Welcome, welcome. It is Tuesday, and that means it is ready. Time is waiting on no one. So your next step, your next level is waiting on you. So welcome to the live here. Hi, Pastor Pat. Glad to see you. It is Tuesday. Take the next step. Okay. So oftentimes we get stuck, right? Oftentimes we are fearful of moving forward because we really don't know what's on the other side of the unknown, or we're concerned, or we're anxious, or we're worried. But here's the real deal. Unless you do something different, you will not get different results. Because if you keep doing the same thing the same way, you're going to keep getting the same results. So I'm here today to encourage you, to inspire you, to motivate you to take the next step. I love you even more, Pastor Pat, and I thank you. I'm excited about Saturday, our Game Changer Personal Development 2.0. It kicks off this Saturday with Pastor Pat at 10 a.m. on Zoom. Registration is free, so I'm going to ask her to post the link on this broadcast so that you can join us this Saturday, April the 22nd at 10 a.m. for about an hour for personal development, growth, and change. So getting back to what I was saying, sometimes it's hard to move forward because of fear, fear of the unknown, fear of not being able to handle the unexpected. People, for the most part, don't like change, but change is a part of life. And so if you're not ready to change, then that means that you're going to remain the same. And if you're not in action, if you're not moving, if you're not taking action, if you're not being decisive, if you're not clear about your next move, you will find yourself feeling stuck. And that's not a comfortable place to be in. As a matter of fact, feeling stuck or being stuck can be more challenging than taking the step to the unknown. Because, we are living in a world where things are constantly changing, and change is a part of everyday life. So if you are ready to take the next step, sometimes you need support. I get it. Sometimes you need clarity. Sometimes you need confidence. Sometimes you just need some courage. You need motivation. You need somebody to say, look, I got you. But here at the end of the day, we have to understand that unless we become decisive, unless we become crystal clear about what we need to do next, nothing's going to happen. And so it's time to get unstuck. It is time for you to shine like a diamond. And I am here to support you. I am here to encourage you. I am here to motivate you to take advantage of all that I offer to support you. But let's take a step back and post in the comments some of the reasons why you don't take the next step. What are some of the things that hold you back? What are some of the things that you have to overcome? Maybe you're in a state of not being clear about what to do next. That might be the actual, challenge. What do I do? Where do I go? Which way do I turn? Do I turn to the right? Do I turn to the left? You're constantly in your head. But what I need to say to you is that you got to get out of your head. Sometimes you have to write the vision down. You have to write down the next step. Sometimes you need an accountability partner, someone who's going to hold your feet to the fire, someone who's going to check on you and say, hey, what's up? What's going down? Have you made a decision? Have you moved forward? Because life does not wait on you. Time doesn't wait on you. And so oftentimes you miss your blessing because you delay. Okay, because you're in your head, because you're fearful, because you're thinking about, well, what will I do? Well, what if? What if it goes wrong? What if I can't afford it? What if I can't, be able to manage the new thing? So at the end of the day, you have to take courage. You have to believe in yourself, believe in the God who created you, believe that all things are possible, and then you got to take action. You got to take the next step. Because if you just think about it and think about it and think about it, nothing happens. But if you position yourself to be able to take the next step, to do the work, go within, look at, in the mirror and decide if you like what you see. And I'm here to tell you today, if you don't like what you see, you can change it. Change is constant. Change is rapid. And so you have to be ready to change the game from the inside out. And that means you might have to do some inner work, some inner healing. You may have to forgive some people. You may have to even forgive yourself. How about that? Oftentimes, people are living in nightmares because of guilt, because of condemnation, because they have not chosen to forgive those who hurt them, forgive those who abandoned them. They keep playing the same record over and over again. They keep rehearsing the hurt, the pain, the rejection, the abandonment, the lack of, and at the end of the day, as an adult, we got to take full responsibility for our lives. Yes, we can look back and say, well, mama didn't do that and daddy didn't do that. And at the end of the day, you can say, well, you didn't have this and you didn't have that. But here you are as an adult today, which means you have to take responsibility for your life. And life is always a constant movement forward because there is a destiny. There is a place called destiny that is waiting for you. And so we all, according to Jeremiah 29:11, have a purpose, and God has a perfect purpose and plan for our lives. And so we got to get clear about the purpose. Why are you here? What were you called to do? What is your purpose in life? Let me just pause there. What is the real reason? Because you were born for something greater than what you are experiencing right now, even in the midst of hurt, in the midst of pain, in the midst of confusion, in the midst of challenges, failures, mistakes, good times, bad times, whatever it may be. Change is a part of the transformation process. So you were born with a purpose that is bigger than you, a purpose that will require your attention, your dedication, your commitment, your focus. Because life is more than getting up and going to work and paying bills, coming back home and laying down and getting back up and paying more bills. That repetitive cycle. Life is greater than that. John 10:10 says that he gives us life and life more abundantly. And so we got to get clear about our purpose. We got to become intentional to live on purpose. And that's going to take work. That's going to take action. That's going to take faith. You're going to have to believe like never before in these current times because opposition is fierce. There's a lot of dark and evil things that are taking place in the world. But greater is he that's in you than he that is in the world. So you're an overcomer. And you have to believe that you're more than a conqueror. You have to believe that beyond a shadow of a doubt that you will, that you can. Okay? And so as you confess your faith, as you forgive yourself and forgive others, that opens up the pathway and the beginning of transformation. That's what it's all about. It's about transforming from the old to the new. Nothing remains the same. And some of us run out of time before we even get a chance to change. Circumstances, obstacles, challenges, things are thrown at us from the right and from the left. But if God's hand be on you, and if God be for you, no one can be against you. So it's Tuesday. Take the next step. That's what I'm calling today. Take the next step Tuesday. You cannot stay stuck. You cannot stay in the old and survive, because life is a constant flow of moving towards the ultimate destination, which is to be with our Father in glory. And so you have to take action. You have to take the next step. You have to become clear and committed to change. You have to know that that change is a part of the plan, that you have to grow, mature, evolve, elevate, and radiate in your personal brilliance. Let me say that again. You have to change, you have to grow, you have to mature, you have to evolve, you have to elevate, so that ultimately you can radiate in your personal brilliance. And so that is going to require change. That's going to require action. That will require commitment. Commitment to who, you might ask? Thank you for asking. Commitment to you, to living your best life. Commitment to you, to living the fullness of your purpose. Commitment to you, to live well, to do well, to be well, to honor your temple, to honor the God that lives within you, who is your breath, your being, because without him, we could not survive. We could not live, we could not move, and we could not breathe. So it is upon you this day to take the next step. And so if you're ready for change, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you're tired of the same old, day in and day out, if you're feeling unfulfilled, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like I want to change but don't know how to change, then we have programs and services, coaching services that are designed to get you unstuck. Tonight, I have a master class, 5 keys to sweet success. And so these keys will unlock the brilliance inside of you. It will open up the gateway to prosperity. It would open up the door of increase and expansion and blessing. And so it's time to change. It's time to take the next step. So this master class tonight at 8 p.m. is really like prep work for my 6-week Game Changer coaching program. And that actually launches on Monday, May the 1st. But, I wanted to create an opportunity on a platform. We'll be meeting on Zoom. I wanted to create an opportunity to begin to do some prep work, to begin to prepare for the ultimate transformation. And so, we're going to dive deep in our life coaching changing program for about 6 weeks. We're going to work together every Monday evening at 8 p.m. for about 90 minutes. I have 8 modules that are going to, require you to look within, to dive deep, to bring up the diamonds, to change, to transition out of the old into the new, to fall in love with you, to like you. A lot of times we do self-defeating and self-sabotaging behaviors that hold us back, that limit, the possibilities in our lives. Oftentimes success can be right in front of us, but if you take the wrong move, if you calculate and make a bad move, then you blow it. You miss it. But God is a God. He's a loving God. He's a forgiving God. And so he gives us second opportunities, to give us third opportunity to come back around and do it again, to try all over again, to take the next step. And so oftentimes we have to sit still, check in with ourselves, and ask ourselves the hard questions. Do you like who you are? Do you like where you are? What do you really want out of life? What would make life fulfilling for you and successful for you? What does change look like for you? It doesn't have to be as hard as you think it is. You know, with the right support, with the right coach, answering the right questions, the right resources, it's doable. You can change the game. You can bring yourself up and out to the next level. You can begin to breathe and live your best life. You can stop the madness. You can get off the train of going nowhere and begin to take action to move forward to your ultimate place of purpose and destiny, a place of abundance, a place of joy, a place of peace. You know, success is a lot of things to a lot of people. But at the end of the day, for me, success is having peace. You know, and being at peace with myself and with my maker, you know, not living in fear or anxiety, you know, not, waiting for something bad to happen, knowing that I can make it happen, you know, knowing that, God has given me the power to create, the power to make, the power to change. And so with that being in mind, you take a whole nother perspective about life. No longer are you concerned about other people's opinions. No longer do you care about what other people think about you, because you're on the track of personal growth, personal development. You're evolving. And sometimes that gets to be a little messy. I'm going to keep it real today. That gets to be a little messy, when you have to tear down and uproot ugly things, when you have to break generational curses, when you have to get out of stinking thinking, when you have to change habits and change ways. That is not an easy task. That's why I'm here to support you. That's why I am here to dive deep with you. This is not a journey or a process where you take it by yourself. I am committed to be with you every step of the way for 6 weeks. And here's the real deal. I am only offering the 2023 Game Changer Life Coaching Program once in this entire year. So one time only, on May the 1st, we launch the Game Changer Program. And so we will not be opening up enrollment again in this year of 2023. So I want you to think about what it is that you need to change. What are the steps that you need to take? What support do you need? Because support is here. Change is going to look good on you. Change is going to change your life. And so you got to embrace it. You got to feel the fire of living your best life. You got to be ready to run the race and know that you can finish strong. Having belief, having faith, having strategies, having a plan, having tools, having a coach, having a mentor. It's all a part of the transformation process. A lot of times, people don't change because they really don't know what to do next. And so I am offering a blueprint that has 8 key modules, 8 key steps to change the game. Change is an inside thing. It's an inside game. And so we'll be looking at mindsets. You know, in some cases, we got to break up the fallow ground. You know, we have to do what's never been done in our bloodline before. We have to do the unthinkable. You know, sometimes that means you have to do the impossible. But what I know to be true, all things, someone repeat that and post that in the chat. All things are possible to those who choose to believe. So are you ready to take the next step? Are you ready to change the game? Are you ready to live your best life? Are you ready to shine like a diamond? Are you ready to go after everything that's been stolen from you, hoodwinked, denied, delayed? It's time to recover all. It's time to step up, step out, and shine on purpose. It's time to be you, like you, love you. It's time to honor you. How about that? It's time to be kind and sweet and loving towards you first before you can be sweet, kind, and loving towards others. It's time to shift out of bad habits and stinking thinking. It's time to get out of that poverty mindset, that scarcity mindset where there's not enough. You know, it's just enough for you and your four and no more. You know, all of that is an illusion and a smoke screen set up to hold you back, set up to keep you in a scarcity mindset, set up to hinder you and delay you and deny you from walking into your promised land. We all have a promised land. You know, we all have a place that is sacred, that is real, that is loving, but it starts within. And so with that being said, are you ready to take the next step? I'm ready to coach. I'm ready to lead. I'm ready to guide. And so you can post any questions that you have in this chat. Greetings, Simone. Welcome. I see you, Big Kurt. Love you much. And so here's the deal. If you want to set up a complimentary, strategy session or clarity session, we can do that as well. Because I want to get you started. I want to jumpstart you. As a matter of fact, I invite you with no obligation, with no cost, to my masterclass tonight at 8 p.m. The 5 keys to sweet signature success. It doesn't get any better than that. I'll give you prep work to jumpstart you on this journey of change, on this journey of transformation. And then in 2 weeks, on Monday, May the 1st, we launch our 6-week game-changing, life-shifting coaching program. I have some case studies and some powerful testimonies that I'm going to be posting over the next few days. Pastor Pat is one of my Game Changers graduates. She has taken it to a whole nother level. This Saturday at 10 a.m. is Game Changer Personal Development 2.0. It's free to register. You want to click the link and join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. So I dropped a lot of nuggets here. Hey, Pastor Linda, saw your message. Yes, we can do May the 5th. Yes. I'm excited for you. Pastor Linda has some exciting news that she's going to be passing on real soon. I am so happy for her. So be sure to connect with her. She's doing the thing. She's doing the new thing. And she took the next step. And that's what we call today, Take the Next Step Tuesday. So if you're ready to change the game, come on and join me on the masterclass tonight at 8 p.m. And then, like I said, Monday, May the 1st, I am only offering the Game Changer Life Coaching Program one time in 2023. It will not be offered again. So if you know someone who needs to be a part of this community, who's ready for change, who's ready for transformation, who is ready to go into their wealthy place, who is ready to take the necessary steps to get out of the old and to move into the new. You know, that means you have to hone up on your confidence. You have to hone up and amplify, you know, your courage. You're going to have to realize that you're unstoppable no matter what life throws at you. And life can throw some curveballs. Ask me how I know. But at the end of the day, if you believe in you and believe in the God in you, nothing is impossible. He is the God of possibilities. So come on, let's partner together. Let's make it happen. Let's take the next step to your next level so you can shine in your brilliance. Know that I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Shalom.